"Can I see my baby?" the happy new mother asked. When the bundle was nestled in her arms, she moved the fold of cloth to look upon his tiny face, and she gasped. The doctor turned quickly and looked out the tall hospital window. The baby had been born without ears, and time proved that the baby's hearing was perfect. It was only his appearance that was marred. And when he rushed home from school one day and flung himself into his mother's arms, and she sighed, knowing that his life was about to be a succession of heartbreaks, he blurted out the tragedy. "A boy, Ma, a big boy. He called me a freak." He grew up, though, handsome for his misfortune, a favorite of his fellow students. He could have even been class president. But he developed a gift, a talent for literature and music. And no matter how much his mother encouraged him to mingle with other people, she felt the tenderness in his heart. And the boy's father had a session with the family physician one day, and he asked, "Could anything be done?" The doctor replied, "I believe that I could graft on a pair of outer ears if they could be donated or something." And whereupon the search began for a person who would make such a sacrifice for a young man. 2 years went by, and then word came, "You are going to the hospital, son. Mother and I have someone who will donate the ears that you need. But it's a secret," said the father. The operation was a brilliant success, and a brand new person emerged. His talents blossomed into genius, and school and college became a series of triumphs. And later he married and entered the diplomatic service. "But I must know," he urged his father, "I must know who gave so much for me. I could never do enough for him." "I do not believe you could," said the father, "but the agreement was that you are not to know, at least not yet." And the years kept their profound secret. But the day finally came, one of the darkest days that ever passed through a son's life. He stood with his father over his mother's casket, and slowly, tenderly, the father stretched forth a hand and raised the thick reddish-brown hair to reveal that the mother had no outer ear. Mother said that she was glad she never let you know about this, because all she did was she didn't cut her hair, the father whispered gently. And nobody ever thought that mother was any less beautiful, did they? You see, my friends, real beauty lies not in the physical appearance, but in the heart. And real treasure lies not in what can be seen, but what cannot be seen. And real love, my friends, lies not in what is done and what is known, but rather what is done and what remains unknown.